In this video, we are going to solve a linear equation. This equation does have several properties that we will have to use. So let me write it down. So this is 5 times 6y minus 4 subtract 1 equals 14. So the goal is always to isolate the term that has the variable on one side and move everything else to the other side. And I'm going to do that first. So I can see that there is a subtraction of 1. So that would be remedied by adding 1 to both sides. So remember that you always have to do whatever operation you do, you have to do it to both sides. Otherwise, it's not going to be a balance. So here it's going to cancel out. And then you're going to wind up with 5 multiplied by 6y minus 4. And that's equal to 15. The next step is to isolate the term in parentheses by dividing everything by 5, because this is 5 times whatever it is in parentheses. So the opposite operation of multiplication is division. So we're dividing by 5 both sides. That is going to cancel it on the left side. And then you're going to get 6y minus 4 equals, well, 15 divided by 5, that's 3. Now, the next step again, to isolate the term that has y, which is the 6y, we will call the left-hand side the variable side. And then we want to move all the constants to the other side. First, we are going to add 4 to both sides. And that'll get rid of it from here. And then we're going to wind up with 6y equals 3 plus 4. So that's 7. And finally, we're going to divide everything by 6, because again, this is operation of multiplication. So to undo it, we're going to do division. And that will cancel it over here. So we'll get y equals 7 over 6. Looks like that's a fraction. You will have to reduce it if possible. But you can always check on the calculator that you will have on the test. 7 over 6. If you press on a fraction thingy, it's not changing, which means that this fraction is not reducible. So it looks to me like that's 7 over 6. Now, I always recommend substituting the answer back into the equation to see if we can get a true statement. Because what if we got it wrong? So I will just open the calculator in the sidebar. Let me just delete some of the stuff I already have here. Okay, so now I want to plug in this answer in for y and see if I get the 14 on both sides. So I'm going to take 5 multiplied by 6, and then in place of y, I'm going to put 7 over 6. Okay, in parentheses, minus 4, close parentheses, minus 1. And that gives me 14. So I get 14 on the left-hand side, 14 on the right-hand side. So I know that I got this right. So the only other thing I got to do is, I guess they want me to demonstrate that I know the distributive law. Now, I didn't really use it when I was solving the equation, but I guess that would be another way you can do it, is distribute. So 5 gets distributed to both terms. So 5 multiplied by 6, that's 30, and it's going to be 30y. Then subtract. 5 gets distributed to 4, so we multiply that. 5 times 4, that's 20. And then we're also subtracting 1. And the only thing that we can still simplify is minus 20 minus 1. So if you were to just type that here, it will tell you, okay, that's negative 21. And so that's going to be what needs to go into this side. All right.